Good morning and welcome to your daily morning horoscope for Tuesday 28th April 2026 Aries. The transit of the day increases your affection for your partner and children, even pets. Anything you shower with love will strongly feel the effect of the energy that are aligned. However, don't expect it to be received with a big thank you. Sometimes people take what you give in a way that makes you wonder whether they know how precious your feelings are. Don't let that make you feel meaningless or resentful. Just mention this concern and all will be well. Be sure to drink plenty of water today to keep your emotions at ease. Taurus, the aspect of the day gives you the power to express yourself emotionally with the people you care about. Rather than wondering whether your emotions are accepted or validated, express yourself with abundance and really let your friend know how you are feeling. It never turns out as bad as your fears will tell you. Get your blood flowing with some aerobic exercise and try to understand what you are feeling before you try to communicate to someone else. So please take courage. Gemini, today's aspects are favorable and focus on what you are feeling so that you could directly express that to someone. You want to know more than whether you are happy or sad, and you want to be able to express that to someone in detail what you are feeling. This is the state of being truly understood. To start with it, try to understand yourself. This necessity brings to knowing what your body needs every day, and plenty of rest and health nourishment will be just as important. Cancer, today's aspects make you feel more emotional for a couple days. Notice what feelings comes up and treat yourself gently. Keep on top with your health. There is no reason why you can't be gentle with yourself and still break a sweat at the gym. If possible, in fact, as emotions get processed, it can be beneficial to exercise your body and release toxins at the same time. Be sure to drink plenty of water to make sure that you have a cleansing experience. Leo, the transit of the day makes you notice your successes more than your failures, and that's a good thing. Revel in all the things you do well and that don't necessarily get noticed to praise by others. You can affect your self-esteem by letting a little bit of praise from your own internal voice. Congratulate yourself for getting in some yoga, for making a healthy meal, or for communicating honestly with a friend. These are the things that create a healthy life. Virgo, the planetary alignment today gives you the chance to get your own needs met by asking for things. Sometimes you don't see what you need because you are more concerned about others. However, this placement makes your emotions urgent and vivid, and you somehow find the nerve to ask people to do it for you instead of vice versa. Show the world you mean business and take your health into your own hands. Watch your diet carefully because it might affect you. Libra, today's aspect creates a spark and that you probably know what to do with it. You already have so much sexual energy going on, and this is like a cherry on top. If you can't express yourself with someone else, there is no reason not to take matters into your own hands. Release that sexual energy. It's vital to an adult's health. There are more ways to be sensual than just sex. So open up to your libido and surrender all to your notions. Scorpio, the planetary alignment today increases your energy, so be prepared. There is a lot of kinetic energy for you to process, and it's recommended that you get plenty of exercise. If you feel too antsy at work just to sit still, take a walk on your lunch break or take a quick trip to the gym. The food you eat will determine whether you are able to process the transit in a healthy way, and this energy must not be internalized, so light foods are preferable. Sagittarius, you feel empowered by today's aspect. There is a strong emotion fueling your ascent to the top, and that's how you like it. Your usual intensity is lightened by the playful transit, and that helps you in communicating with others. Get to the heart of the matter with friends and find a laugh there. Give in to your feelings of vulnerability and appreciate what it means to have friends. Exercise will help you spread this energy out properly throughout the day. Capricorn, the celestial energy today is favorable, full of playfulness and vulnerability in the right relationships. You may not find that you can express yourself in words, but today's aspects allow you to show your feelings through gestures and movements. To feel this energy more deeply, be sure to follow your exercise regimen. Don't skip on the aerobic exercise. Sending oxygen to your muscles will make you feel warm and happy all over. Aquarius, today's aspects give you a chance to express your playfulness with others. Enjoy this transit by increasing the amount of exercise that you do. Remember that increased energy comes from increased exercise. This transit also could have lasting effects on your close relationships. Show people the warm and the playful side of yourself. Show your affection and open up to receiving affection from others. Drink plenty of water to keep yourself present and be able to feel your fullest. Pisces, today's aspect gives you a fresh burst of fiery energy to complement your already fiery nature. Look at yourself in the mirror and notice what a radiant smile that you have. What an outgoing personality that you have to charm people with. These are the blessings that you could be thankful for, and your greatest blessing, however, is good health. Are you eating plenty of healthy things each day? Nothing will make you feel better than a balanced diet. so please get your regiment intact. This has been your daily morning horoscope for Tuesday 28th April 2026. Do have yourself a wonderful day.
Well, hi guys, how are you? Good morning again. Here are we. Oh boy. Whew. Was quite a weekend, and we're still reeling off, but we can't even breathe or eat too hard yet because it's moving into another active and heavy week again. A lot is happening, a lot on the calendar. CDF, of course, DBS is one of the sponsors of Arts on the City with CDF, and they've got quite a number of things happening. I mean, listen, I wanted to give you guys reviews on so many things, like the Icon Series Gala Dinner was absolutely remarkable. The plays are happening. Well, we'll have some on that coming up soon, so don't worry. But so much is happening. Then we here at the Serenity Park, and they're setting up and they're getting set for Junior Jazz, another amazing platform that, from a DBS standpoint, we support things of that sort. Anything that pours back into our young people and gives them the platform to be able to excel, we are definitely on board. You can count us in. So we're excited about what's coming up. But for now, let's head on over to our news department, and we'll be back.
Good morning. Time now for the news. A new warning at this time for every single person who fills a gas tank, turns on a light, or buys groceries. Global oil prices are on a volatile swing, and in St. Lucia, that could soon mean paying more for almost everything.
2026 reality. Fuel surcharge really jumped from 0.007 cents to 0.255 per kilowatts, and that jump was within 1 month. Now, this represents a massive electricity, or a massive, what we call a volatility risk, even if consumption risk remains unchanged. So it doesn't matter whether you use or not. For consumers, or for the Consumer Association, we recognize that the impact on consumers will be the households, the cost of living, it will be the behavioral impact, how people will decide whether they ration their energy, or they reduce their usage, or they show more interest in solar solutions.
Consumer advocates say the island's heavy reliance on imported fuel has left households and small businesses dangerously exposed, and they're calling the situation the 2026 reality check we can't afford to ignore. On Friday, April 24th, 2026, officers of the St. Lucia Fire Service responded at 3:20 p.m. to a motor vehicular incident involving a vehicle and a pedestrian in Castries. Upon arrival, officers found a young male lying on the ground with minor injuries to various parts of his body, as reported by bystanders.
On arrival at the scene, officers found a 7-year-old male in a supine position on the ground. Bystanders reported that he had been struck by a vehicle. An assessment revealed minor abrasions about the body. He was treated, then transported to a medical facility for advanced medical care.
The St. Lucia Fire Service reports that it responded to a total of 102 emergency calls between 9 a.m. on Friday, April 24th, 2026, and 9 a.m. on Monday, April 27th, 2026. In other news, police in Vieux are investigating the island's latest homicide after a 23-year-old man was shot and killed early Friday morning. Authorities say officers responded at about 5:15 a.m. to a report of gunshot at the Westall Group in Vieux. At the scene, they found a male victim with apparent gunshot wounds. He was rushed to the St. Jude Hospital, where a doctor pronounced him dead. The victim has been identified as Mashan Suma, 23. A post-mortem is scheduled for a later date as investigations continue. Police are now appealing to the public for help Anyone with information is asked to contact the V4 police station at telephone number 456-3905. That's 456-3905. Anonymous tips can also be submitted by dialing 555, the crime hotline, or through the RSLPF crime hotline app available on Google Play. Jazz is playing, visitors are flooding in, but behind the festival fun, a transport war is brewing. Uber is waiting in the wings. Taxi drivers are watching their surf or their turf. And now minibus operators are threatening to pull out altogether. With St. Lucia's busiest season in full swing, the question isn't just about getting revelers home, it's whether the system can handle the pressure.
Officers, especially in events like jazz and carnival, they don't work with us. They do their own thing, and they have to make us make all kind of wrongs during them kind of times. For the same, no, you have to work with us. Certain places that we can pass, just then. We're going to drop revelers just over there, but we have to go through Mondi Don and go through Kari Lee and then go through and Balata to come down to go Shock. You know what I'm saying? Where they could designate just one spot for drivers to go up to Shock to drop the revelers.
Tourism Minister Dr. Ernest Hilaire describes the complaints as largely unwarranted and encouraged drivers to improve planning and make themselves more available during high traffic periods to better serve the buildup of commuters. And that's the news. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Please join us for our next news major at noon, the Lunchtime Report. I'm Timothy Polion. Good morning.
Thanks, guys. We need to take a short break here. We'll be back. Tomorrow is going to be voting day for the executive for the CSA, one of the largest unions on the island. And, you know, a few people have been making a pitch, you know, trying to get these things back on track. Yvonne is one such. She's been with them for over 20 years. She's been a member, and she's offering up herself and services again, vying for the presidency title. Here's what she pitched to us. What is going on? What's your thought? What are some of the things going through your head? I mean, some of the changes you'd like to see and champion, you know, in terms of, because this is your body. You've been with them for a while,
yes.
And you know the vision. You know. So where are we at?
So thank you, Maureen. Thank you for the opportunity to the listeners. I know persons have been hearing, I've been asked questions as to whether do I have a team, what is going on with CSA. People are seeing, you know, a difference in this election.
Yeah.
So two things I really want to point out is this election is seeing the emergence of a lot of younger persons.
Ooh.
You're seeing the emergence of a lot of persons coming from the general council body, putting themselves up for election. For the first time, CSA has 28 persons going into the various positions and vying, because they too would have witnessed what would have happened for the last 2 years.
Right.
What is alarming to me also is, why do we have a current president presenting a manifesto? Why do we have a current president so openly talking about the union affairs in public? Why do we have a current president who seems to have a wide social media impact, but the last 2 years of serving, we did not hear or see CSA? Was CSA quiet? Was CSA sleeping? Was the last 2 years a pretense of what should have been happening? Where is CSA's work? What are the achievements of this current executive led by the current president?
Right.
And what I have seen and what I do know, because I serve on general council, is there is a lot of discord in the organization, and CSA requires a semblance of normalcy, a semblance of following its constitution and allowing the organs within the organization to operate.
Yeah.
I've been a CSA member for 25 years.
Wow.
I have served as president 10 years ago in the 2016-2018 period. Any executive would serve for 2 years. What I have seen is a quiet CSA, and seemingly within the last couple months, social media has been flooded with a facade of a one team. The AGM last year, December, saw the president presenting a document, a report of work. And the document is very shallow in its reporting.
Right.
It shows the executive, and all of a sudden, months later, there is a team. No one currently on this executive body with the president is on that team. Why?
Wow.
Why has CSA taken the highlight, the headlines, the spotlight in the last couple days in a political sort of atmosphere?
Yeah.
There should be rivalry, as we spoke of earlier. All of the candidates, we interact, we speak, we take part in the 75th anniversary, which is coming up. CSA is turning 75 years.
Okay, that's significant.
It's turning
Yeah.
75 years,
That's
and from March 2nd, we had a 75-day momentum moving. But what I have seen is even the candidates, the one team, they have not been participating in the union activities. This week is May Day. This week, May 1st, is Labor Day. The Labor Department had an activity just yesterday at the Cultural Center launching Labor Day. And there was no one team. There were no CSA members. The members are not coming out. The members have been disinterested in CSA, and we need to bring that solidarity, that effort back into CSA. The organs of CSA needs to operate against a backdrop of persons who are willing to work and are committed. And that is why I'm here. Members, it is your opportunity now to filter through the persons who have applied for the vacancies. Because this is what it is.
Yeah.
You are the panel. You are going to shortlist and decide who are those members who can bring CSA forward in the next 2 years. And that is the task.
Simple.
Wednesday's task is not to see who can, who speaks well. Don't use that. Select the competent members who possess the strengths to bring CSA forward.
Yeah.
A collective selection of the members. Their portfolios are there, their bios are there. Why is CSA in the forefront? And the last 2 years, you did not hear CSA.
Yeah.
Members, that's for you to answer.
Absolutely.
And I'm hoping this facade doesn't dissuade you from making the right choice. Your voice matters in this election.
Absolutely.
Do not sell out CSA. CSA is an organization that speaks to workers' rights, and every member may have the competencies. You are to shortlist who can make the cut to bring CSA forward. I think that is what it is.
Well
That
said,
is what it is.
Yvonne. I think you encapsulated very well. And the Wednesday from what time is voting, and are there different stations?
Yes.
What's happening?
So the polling stations open at 8 a.m. There are polling stations around the island. For the central persons, you have the town hall, you have Graham Louisi building, that's on the waterfront. There's a tent. CSA grounds, there's also a polling station there. You have polling stations in Viewfort, in Soufrière, and you have mobile units.
Right.
And the mobile units will be going to select locations at various times, and members can also catch those mobile units.
Absolutely.
Stay tuned to CSA.
You ready? You see, and he was just rolling the camera because I was just admiring. You see this, so beautiful. It's hibiscus, yes, but it's the pastel colors. I mean, oh, nature. And speaking of nature and natural, you know, we follow up by Isis the other day in a little restaurant. We didn't eat it, but wow, we get them fellas that was eating. And by the way they clean the plate, I guess we know we're going back for lunch. That's for sure. Let's head on over to Isis. Now, let me tell you something, guys. So you see my media people and my industry people, or let us move on our side like crab. Although you all are eating crab, but all you moving like crab. Like my good friend TC here. I happen to, listen, if you see the little hole I pull up in, Rev, I pull up in a little hole here, and guess what I see? TC, ITEL. And hold on, you think it's there? Watch the next one. We good friend, we? That's right. So that is a secret, I'm saying?
That's a secret.
Come on now. You see that is a secret?
That is it there, right there, you know. ITEL is vital.
ITEL is vital. Your food is your medicine.
Well, you know, he's our top producer.
Yeah, but I'll go into Daniel in a minute, but I try to get my camera guy.
He treat us today, you know, so this is producer Daniel.
The money big boy, the produce ain't coming down properly.
Is
But
he
hold
saying
on.
that we're going to eat some
And I
real
want some
ital
real
food, you
I
know?
don't want to
Yeah.
go in your food, but
That's
I
all
want to show
right.
them what you're drinking.
Green, everything green.
Boy, everything green.
And that artificial color, you know, that is real thing. Yeah.
Look, that's all the good people out here. Them people are you watching, and when you look at them people, you can see health. You just look at their face, their skin glowing. First time for you know, hear Isis tell me. You know, Isis tell me. You know, Isis tell me. Finally, sister, oh gosh, boy.
Chickpeas. That's chickpeas patty. That's chickpeas.
Right. What's the white thing?
That's I think. Let me see if there's a macaboo salad.
Boy. And couscous?
Empress, that's a macaboo salad. Couscous. That's macaboo salad.
There's what?
Quinoa.
That's quinoa.
That's quinoa.
and salad. And
we
what's
don't
the
eat
thing on top?
couscous.
What's that on top?
That's squash. Strictly alkaline vegan.
Mama.
Yeah.
And you eat here every day?
And mostly it depends. Yeah. And then plus she have all the cleansers. She have breakfast, she have lunch. And she have CMOS tea.
You gotta sit down and that is the CMOS you have there?
CMOS tea.
So the things that by Empress there, you know, Empress, if you see her skin is glowing. You understand? We have to be on. We have to put ourselves on in these times. Your food is your medicine. Yes. Certainly. Look at your skin.
And I use pure virgin coconut oil. So the coconut oil is made on full moon or dark moon.
Come on.
Because growing up, my grandmother, that's what they used to use.
Wow.
Coconut oil and castor oil.
Yes.
So all the crap people using now, I don't even know why they're using that.
Yeah.
I use it on my skin. You can do oil pulling. You can drink a
teeth.
spoon
Yes.
because it's good for the memory. That's what I use. Yeah. Maureen, I'll be 50, 60 next month.
Don't tell nobody
5th
else
of
that.
next
Let me
month.
tell. Don't tell nobody else that. Look at the lady that tell me
Yes.
she about 50.
Yes,
50
darling.
way.
Huh?
Whoa, look at your
Yes,
skin.
darling. Yes.
Your skin is pure.
5th of May, yeah. And
These are born like
yeah,
me,
5th
Taurus
of 5th.
people.
Yes,
Oh!
yes, darling, the best.
Well, you know what?
And plus she sell all the products.
Yes.
She have everything selling.
And you
so
know you're right here, you homely.
and only now you come in. If I had known that, I would have let you know that.
All right. Now I
darling.
discover that we
Yes,
go
my
bounce up
girl.
again, you know, because I'm coming back.
Because she open Monday to Friday.
Right.
And on a Tuesday and on a Friday, she have a soup, which is really good. And macaboo, burro banana,
Come on now.
very good too.
Listen, you spokeswoman of the year. I give it. I gotta love her. She's a doll, isn't it? Oh my God. Isis, why are you there? The name is not outside the place, eh? So I see the little gate open and I see the color. I say, all right, the color kind of give it away. But when I look in here, I see a tourist man sitting down there. I say, all right, that is the place. I say, let's pull up. We pull up and we walk in only to see all TC and them fellas we found there. But I say, this is your little haven.
Yes, it is.
You create such a bliss right
Yeah,
here.
man, yeah,
Because we
man.
were sitting there with the guys a while ago and everybody that was sitting at this table was just a joy, you know,
Yeah.
good food, the food tastes good, they feel good after they eat because it's clean food. You know, tell me about your little restaurant in the corner here. You've been doing this for how long, Ice? It's a long time.
Oh, it's been like over about 2 decades.
Yes,
actually.
man. You know, and you was here, then you're going out to the front and you tell yourself, no, man, the authenticity of where the original spot is what it is. So you came back to the original
Yeah,
spot.
man, because there's a certain kind of energy that resonates with that place.
Yes.
And when people come there, they find peace.
Yes,
they
it's
find
peaceful.
that level of solace where they can even do some reflection.
Absolutely.
Well, not just eating actually.
Yeah, no,
you know,
I
so
sat there
once
and
they're
ate,
eating, they're reflecting.
Right,
you
and I felt
understand?
I went into this meditative kind of zone. And just the atmosphere sitting
man,
here,
yeah, man.
it gives you that sort of nostalgic sort of. I wanted to just close my eyes. The little wind is coming across, and I'm just traveling in my head there, you know, and a real meds, you know.
deep,
it's
man.
different. It's deep.
It's not like these other places where you walk in and you're not connected with nature.
Right.
Right?
And you do full alkaline based cooking?
Well,
what
yes,
mainly?
I do.
Yeah.
Well, on mornings for breakfast, I would prepare like CMOS tea. Then there would also be like pastries made from organic spell flour.
Nice.
Like sweet pastries and savory pastries as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Girl, I'd come and spend a whole day in the corner here, because you see them come. Why stop there? We eat good food, healthy food. we're doing it full round, full circle. So we ate good food and now we're exercising because it all goes hand in hand. Bweelz is going to walk us through or take us through that moment right now. It's time for us to work out.
Alright, it looks like I'm just lazy enough. Well, actually, I am lazy enough. However, the 6-minute workout exercise is for the core. So, you on your bed, you don't want to get up, you don't want to go in the kitchen, you don't want to go to the gym, then we're going to get it popping right here. So, firstly, what you'd want to do, remember 6 minutes explosive, you're going to lie down on your back. Your head slightly elevated, and we're going to give some flutter kicks. Let's go with me. 1, 2. While you're texting on your phone. 4, 5, 6. You've seen your core is engaged. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Excellent. One exercise you can do on your couch, on your bed. Not hard. Easy. The second exercise, we're going to do some scissors. Again, elevate your feet, back flat, chest out, and then let's go. 1, 2, 3. While texting your work, telling them you're sick, you cannot come to work today. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And at that point, you already should start feeling some burning pressure in your leg area. You understand? Again, we still vacuum in your core. We're getting it done. So despite the fact that we're hitting our ab core area, we still getting on with our legs. The first exercise you want to do, we're going to pull in, do leg pull-ins together. Not one at a time. This one is together. Come on, let's go. 1, stretch it out. 2, 3, 4. Make sure your toes are pointing forward, not upward. Or forward, you're sending the energy straight back out. And you're still engaging your core. If you can see, the core is engaged. Some nice hard rock abs right here. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Excellent. So you're definitely going to feel a slight pain in your waist, but you're going to hit in your core and your legs because of the angles you are. This next exercise, we're going to go to our side. So you can lie down on your left side. You can curl one leg, your leg on the couch under, and your right leg on top. We're going to do some nice leg raises. Come on, let's go. 1, engage your core. 2, you can actually sit working to the side. 3, 4, let's go. 5, let's go, St. Lucia. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more, come on. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. So whatever you did to one side, we have to do to the other leg. Alright? Let's go. 1, 2, 3. You still texting. 4, 5. However, you remain in focus. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And that's about halfway of your exercise. Remember, we're just doing 6 minutes, not no 10, 15, 20 minutes, only 6 minutes. Get a nice stretch. You can drink your water, you can drink your tea, you can drink your CMOS, and always stay in focus. Breathe. Again, you don't have to go to a gym or down the road, on your bed before you get up, or on your couch. Alright, the fourth exercise, we're going to do some press outs. So you're going to, again, you can plant your feet straight down into your couch or your bed. Now from the moment you planting your feet down, there is already pressure on your core area. So what you're going to do now, you're going to thrust up. 1, thrust up. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. This exercise is much more difficult than if you are flat on the floor because the bed or the cushion is soft. So it's more pressure, you're sinking with it. So you have to properly engage your core and your body system to thrust up and come down. Last but not least, we're still texting. However, we're still gonna do one leg and arm touch. So you're gonna raise your right leg, your left leg, and let your right arm come in the middle. We're gonna crunch it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take 5 seconds breather and the next side. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And with this specific exercise, 6 minutes of explosive exercise, you can get something looking like that. However, you have to be focused, which comes with the fit aspect. And that's what Bulls have to tell you. Good morning.
And that's our show for today. I hope you enjoyed. I mean, yeah, there were some pointers. There's some nuggets to take away from today's features. So I hope you walked away with something. But we are just walking through the park. Listen, whoever is responsible. All right, Gasso. Right. Anyways, whoever is responsible for the upkeep of the Serenity Park, I think it's CCC. Holly been doing a good job. Now, don't let it drop. Those flowers are blooming and they're gorgeous. They're rich. I say they have to be giving them something. That can't be the raw soil. If there is a raw soil that is allowing these plants to bloom so healthily, I have to come and plant a little food around here somewhere. But they look gorgeous. If you just come to the Serenity Park, the flowers are blooming and they're beautiful. So CCC, if that's you, take a bow this morning. Now we're leaving you on something. Here's what. Food for thought this morning. Forgiveness is not a feeling. It's a decision. I'll say it again. Forgiveness is not a feeling. It's a decision. You do not wait until you feel to forgive somebody. You understand? You make a decision to forgive them. All right? Walk away on that. Have a wonderful day. We'll be back tomorrow and we look forward to your company. Bye-bye now.